Dexter Season 8 is the final season in the initial run of Dexter, once again starring Michael C. Hall, and let's just get it over with. Starting off with the good, and I'm really digging here. First of all, Michael C. Hall, he's good as Dexter. I still like him in this season. I'll get to some aspects I wasn't a big fan of, but overall I liked him in this season. And I've been saving this for this season because I just really need good stuff for this season. And James Remar as Harry Morgan, Dexter's adopted father. He's really just the ghost of Harry, but I really liked the dynamic between him and Dexter in this season. He's great in every season. I just waited to talk about him for this season because I really have to dig to find stuff I like about this season. And another thing I really liked was Jennifer Carpenter as Deborah. I really like the way she's portrayed in this season. Some people don't, but I like the brokenness to the character in this season after what she had to do at the end of season 7. I just thought it was a really good continuation for the character from what happened at the end of season 7. And then there's a scene near the end of the season, in the finale, where Deborah does die. Dexter has to take her off life support. And the scene where Dexter has to make that choice is actually a really good emotional scene. Michael C. Hall did a great job in that scene, and it ends with him taking her and burying her at sea, where he dumped all of his other victims throughout the course of the entire series. And I thought that was a pretty good full circle conclusion to this season. But that's about it for the good here. Let's go ahead and move on to the bad. And there's a lot for me. First of all, I don't really care for any of the other characters in this season. Even Detective Batista, who really isn't given much to do in this season. David Zayas does an honorable job. They didn't give the character really anything to do, so I can't really say he was good or bad. He's just kind of there. Vince Masuka is revealed to have a daughter, and he flirts with her on occasion, which is extremely weird. They introduce a new character, a nurse who is friends with Harry Morgan. I don't remember her name, but they reveal that she was the one who came up with the code that Dexter lived by, that Harry taught him. And I do not like that plotline whatsoever. They try to introduce her as a new parental figure for Dexter in this season. And I could do without that reveal, period. I'm not a fan of that reveal. I'm not a fan of that character. And I'm not a fan of her trying to get Dexter to teach the code to a younger generation, raise a whole new generation of people who would follow the code. I just don't like that whatsoever. The main villain in this season, Oliver Saxon, aka the Brain Surgeon, is just awful. I do not like this villain whatsoever. It's really kind of pathetic how this series went out with this villain. Like, he would work as a villain of the week, but not as a villain throughout the course of the entire season. It just does not vibe with me. I don't like it. And considering the character of Dexter, as I said, Michael C. Hall does a good job. But there's just something about this character in this season that does not click with me. First of all, he's acting uninterested in his son, who he has constantly been trying to protect and love throughout ever since season 4. And the ending of this season, the ending of the whole series, before New Blood was announced, ends with him abandoning his son to be raised by Hannah, who I also did not like in this season, and going off to live as a lumberjack in New York, or wherever he moved to. He's in New York in New Blood. Either way, I hate that ending. It's not Dexter. He would not do that in seasons 4 through 7. It's just an awful ending. And aside from all that, the kills in this season just weren't really the greatest. And I know I said that I liked the whole scene where Dexter has to make the choice to take Deborah off of life support, but I hate how it all transpires because Dexter refuses to kill Oliver Saxon, a mistake he should have learned from by refusing to kill the Trinity Killer when he could have in season 4. But no, he makes the same mistake over. He spares Oliver Saxon so Deb can come in and arrest him, and he shoots her. And she has to have surgery, and she seems to be doing fine. Then she slips into a coma, and Dexter has to make the choice to take her off life support. I hate that ending. I hate the whole way it plays out. And Michael C. Hall does a great job in that scene, and I like how it comes full circle of where he buries her. But I hate how it transpires. I hate how the character was treated in that whole sequence, and it's just a really pitiful ending for the character of Deborah Morgan. And I'm done here, but moving on to the final thoughts. Dexter Season 8 is such a letdown from what could have been a great finale to this entire series, but I just did not like it. Dexter Season 8 was extremely disappointing, very underwhelming, and I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. That was my thoughts on Dexter Season 8. I will have my review for New Blood next week, but what did you think of Season 8? Let me know down in the comments if you have seen it. If you have not seen it, despite this season, please still watch Dexter. It's an amazing show, aside from this season. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.